Hey everyone, how's it going? It's me, Murray, with another Edison Format deck profile. And today we're looking at a very simple deck, but a very good deck. And if you couldn't already tell by the playmat, it's Gadgets. A deck that has a very special place in my heart because when I think back at all the years, all the different formats, Gadgets have always been a pretty viable deck in a lot of them. Starting with '07 during Perfect Circle, 2010 in Edison, 2011 Tengu Plant, and even some of the XYZ formats in 2012, 2014. So yeah, this deck has quite a history. But we're looking at March 2010, Edison Format, the format that I enjoy the most. And this is what I've been playing from time to time on Dueling Book. I've even played it a couple of times at locals. And I'm here to show you guys the list. So let's go ahead and begin. Of course, we have the gadgets. We have 2 greens, 2 reds, and 2 yellows. 6 gadgets. To me, that's the sweet spot. The issue that I have with 9 gadget lists is that you're trading consistency for power, and that's fine. I don't think that's a bad way to approach deck building. But the payoff, what you're trading the consistency for, isn't even all that great. So the idea is that you ultimate offering into 5 gadgets, you flood the board with gadgets, and then you just win on that turn. That's the idea. And while that does sound pretty powerful, you're still just flooding the board with a bunch of little monsters. This guy's 12, this one's 13, and then this one's 14. That's not very impressive. So for that to work, your opponent has to have a certain board state for you to kill into. So now if they don't have an open board, but instead have big monsters, you now need solidarity or some type of monster removal. So a 2-turn kill now becomes a 3 card kill. That's what I meant. And ultimate offering, again, it's not searchable. There's no consistent way to go dig for it. And it's even harder when you have to play 9 gadgets because typically you have to increase your deck count by that point. So it's just not a very consistent way to go about playing gadgets. And if you want to get, mathematical, if you want to bust up the calculator, we can calculate how likely it is for you to see, 3-4 gadgets in hand versus actually seeing the ultimate offering. So I don't think it's the comfort level I'm with. It's not it's not the way I like to approach gadgets, is what I'm trying to say. 6 gadgets, again, is very steady, it's very fair, very consistent, and very clean. Alright, next up we have some machinas, the machinas. We have 3 gear frame, our orange gadget, 3 fortress, our boss monster, our blue gadget, and 1 force. Basically with force, disregard this wall of text here. You're never going to summon this card. This card has no purpose other than to make Fortress a free summon, pretty much. That's all it is. That's all it's there for, and that's all it needs to be. Moving on, we have a pair of Scrap Recycler. I'm very impressed with this card. I think this card is very good in 6 gadget lists. It dumps Machina Fortress, setting you up for a Fortress play on standby. When you play Solidarity, it instantly makes it live. So worst case, it's just a 1700 beater under Solidarity. and its effect to recycle Earth machines is actually very good. It lets you, it basically becomes like a decoichi that you don't have to set and then flip face up. You just summon this, draw a card, go plus. Alright. Next up we have a pair of Cyber Dragon. Very good card. Gives you more than one summon per turn. Lets you clear catasters. Other Cyber Dragons. Lets you force out back rows. It's 29 with Solidarity, which is kind of crazy. It's a great card. Just don't be reckless with it though. Like, don't ever summon Cyber Dragon and Fortress out at the same time. You will get punished very hard. For the spells, we're looking at a playset of Solidarity. This is what lets you deal damage. This is what turns your little monsters into big threats. 3 Smashing Ground to clear threats. So Solidarity makes you the threat. Smashing Ground takes care of their threats. Limiter Removal. It's the powerful one of that if you draw, you're probably going to win. It's very hard to lose when you see this card. 1 MST. I don't play Heavy Storm because there are way too many continuous spell and traps I don't want to blow up. And my deck is already pretty good about playing through back row. And it's not like there's solemn warning in the format or anything that would just deny a summon. So 1 MST is fine. It's just too good not to play. And it's not like people it's not like skill drain is everywhere right now. Next up we have Future Fusion and Overload Fusion. These are your bomb cards. These let you win games out of nowhere. Future Fusion, you can look at it this way. You dump both your Cyber Dragons, and you have a pending Cyber Twin coming out in 2 turns. If Cyber Twin actually sticks, then you have a 2800 beater that can attack twice. It clears boards. It goes for games into an open board. It's 36 with Solidarity. It's just very good. And because of the Cyber Dragons, it also made playing Overload Fusion worth it. It's a bomb card. If you see it, you're probably going to win. And you get to play this card too. This card is so powerful. They're both really powerful. And they just give gadgets like the way to just win games on the spot. Instead of playing the slow plus like 1-for-1 game, you have like just kill cards. Unfortunately, if you really wanted to, you could search this with Red Gadget, but you'd probably be kicked out of locals for doing that. For the trap cards, we have a playset of Dimensional Prison. Very solid form of removal. Same thing with Bottomless, very solid form of removal. 2 Wing Blasts. I'm a huge fan of this card in Gadgets because the thing with Gadgets is that you need to be able to, sure, every turn you're getting a +1 off the gadgets, off gear frame, but you need a way to convert that into actual advantage. Just summoning a gadget every turn, getting a +1 isn't enough to carry you. So being able to convert those +1s into real advantage, such as spinning back a synchro, stopping a huge play, making them top deck a card that doesn't do anything for them. This lets you do that. I wouldn't play 3 though. I don't like drawing multiples of it, but I do think that this is something that's very good in Gadgets. Mirror Force, very solid. Torrential Tribute, Solemn, Dust Shoot, and 2 Royal Oppression. I don't play Starlight Road. It's not worth it. It conflicts way too much with Royal Oppression. Dark Bribe, honestly, may be better. I don't have room for it at the moment. I'd like to fit in at least 2. But you probably should play Dark Bribe instead of Oppression. I mean, Dark Bribe over Starlight Road, if we're being honest. And then the extra deck, of course, we have the 2 Chimera for the 2 Cyber Dragons. And, of course, the 2 Machine Fusions I just showed off. I didn't feel like pulling out a bunch of synchros from my binder. But you could also fit in Stardust Dragons for Starlight Roads. Generic synchros that you might be able to brain control or creature swap if you want to play those cards. But this is a very simple and straightforward deck profile I wanted to do and get out of the way. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll make more videos soon.